Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you all about absolute value and exactly what that is. Let's get started. So the question says, find all numbers whose value is 7. If there are more than one, separate them with commas. If there are no such numbers, tap on none. So first of all, let's talk about absolute value. So absolute value is talking about the distance of a number from 0. So a lot of times you see the question and it'll be like something in these bars here. I call them absolute value bars, where essentially these parallel lines here make any value of a number positive. So -7, the absolute value of that is positive 7, and the absolute value of 7, already a positive number, would again be 7. So, but a lot of people are like, okay, but what does that mean? So the absolute value is really just talking about the distance of a number from 0. Okay, now I need you to understand distance can only be positive, and that is why these numbers are always positive. Okay, so if I have the number 7, right, and it's well, obviously let me not use that one, but because that's the answer. So let's use 9, and it says what number has a distance of 9, right, from 0? Well, obviously 9 does. But what also has to travel 9 units? -9. They are traveling, so if I were to say, oh, this is, I'm sorry, I'm going to use a very elementary example, but if 9 was in a car and it needed to travel all the way to 0, it's going to have the same distance as its buddy -9. It would travel 9 units because you can't travel a negative distance. It's impossible. So that distance is 9. Okay, so when it asks you the question, find all the numbers whose absolute value is 7, it's the same thing. It's saying, well, how many numbers have to travel a distance of 7 to get to 0? Well, you have 7 and you have -7 because it's all going, if I were to do it, it would all be 7 distance from 0. So this answer here is -7 and 7. So when you write it, make sure you put the -7, 7. Now, it's going to ask you at some point, you're very likely to get a question where it says, find all the numbers whose absolute value is -7. Like I said before, you cannot travel a negative distance. So if it tells you to find the absolute value, all numbers whose absolute value equals -7, if it gives you a negative number in this thing right here, in this question, the answer is none. Okay, so if asked you to find the absolute value of a negative number, it is impossible because you cannot travel a negative distance. So with that example, you're going to just write none. If I can write today, none. Okay. So most of the time you're going to get one of these questions, but every now and then it'll throw in a negative number, and that's when people get this question wrong. So just remember, absolute value is asking you about distance. And as long as you understand that concept, you're going to do great. So good luck, and let me know if you need any more questions or any more help.